All right, fans, we're standing here with the newly crowned NAWA television champion, Adam James.
Well, see, me holding this just means that business just picked up in NAWA. You see, I have been the measuring stick for 5 years in NAWA, and it's about time that somebody makes this TV title illustrious. And that's exactly what Next to Perfect is going to do. Because you see, Next to Perfect isn't just a tagline. That means I'm perfect, and you are not.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Words from our new TV champion, Next to Perfect, Adam James. And here are highlights from the match last week where he was able to defeat OMG James Ryan, the previous TV champion here in NAWA. Fantastic matchup between two very evenly paired competitors. Michael, it was a great thing to have on the show here. Now we have a new TV champion.
Well, Adam James, like I said, he's going to make that championship mean something and make it mean the most here in NAWA, and he's going to do his best to do that. But defeating James Ryan to claim the title was something special for him. But now the real work starts as Redbeard, he gets no rest. You're the TV champion. Guess what? You're going to be on TV week in and week out. And Adam James, after laying claim to that victory and taking the TV title, well, guess what? First challengers stepping up to the plate, and that's going to be right here on the show next week as Adam James will defend the TV title against the one half of the former tag team champions, Money and Power. The power part, Mike Maughan, is going to be the first challenger to Adam James's TV championship, Redbeard.
As you said, Michael, James winning the championship was step number one, and now he immediately will face off against one of the best and brightest up-and-coming talents in the NAWA and actually in all of the Carolinas wrestling scene, period, when he takes on Mike Maughan next week for that TV title.
Well, that's going to be an exciting matchup next week on the show, but man, I'm looking forward to this big main event we got this week. Tag team titles on the line as the Black Society, who defeated the DOC on New Year's Knockout, have now become the #1 contenders, and they're going to be facing the tag team champions AWOL, Redbeard. That's going to be an exciting main event.
AWOL, two big, scary men taking on the Black Society in what will surely be a great match for that tag team championship.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, now we're going to head down to the ring for your opening contest this week as we've got High Performance. There you see High Performance HP, the young kid who's had some up and downs here in NAWA. He's going to be taking on a veteran, Redbeard, who's going by the name of AJ Frost, but I heard he has a new manager here in NAWA. He's kind of had an up and down time here with tag team partners and managers, but AJ Frost has told me that he's finally found the key to his success here in NAWA, and we're going to find out who that is here when he comes down the aisle as HP is in the ring waiting for AJ Frost to get down here to start your opening contest this week, ladies and gentlemen.
As you said, High Performance been through a number of different competitors here, had some ups and downs, but has still persevered in maintaining himself as part of the roster. AJ Frost, though, his competition for this match, AJ is a 20-plus year veteran, and a lot of people don't know that, but he has been around this scene for quite some time, and now you're saying he's going to bring some new manager at the end of the fold here?
He says that he has finally found the missing piece, the steady, and there it is. Oh, James McCone.
Oh, my God.
Big business. James McCone is back in NAWA Championship Wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. Talk
about a name we haven't seen in a long time. Big business. James McCone re-emerging here alongside AJ Frost. My goodness.
And AJ Frost says he's about to break HP in half. And we haven't seen James McCone since he was the leader of the Big Business Army, Redbeard. He was a part of our debut episode, the very first, the infancy of the show.
Like 2 years ago here almost, maybe potentially more than that. Last time we saw McCone here as part of the broadcast, but my goodness, as we pick our jaws up off the floor here, seeing almost a ghostly image re-emerge here in NAWA competition, AJ Frost, I will say he maybe didn't necessarily need a manager, but my goodness, now that he's got the combined forces of himself and McCone, he's going to suddenly be a major player here in NAWA, Michael.
Well, AJ Frost has had many ups and downs in NAWA, just as High Performance has had. He came here with Tyler Storm, and they were the perfect storm, and don't know what happened to Tyler, and then we found him AJ teaming with Carson Queen as the perfect pair, and they had a very successful run, but Carson Queen has once again disappeared, and AJ Frost broke out in a singles competition and had a female valet, and she's since been fired and replaced with big business James McCone. He says this is his missing piece to the puzzle here in NAWA. We're going to find out if that's true or not here, Redbeard.
Knowing those two, I would say it's likely that is just going to be the case. But now look at this. HP laying in some educated feet there right off the bat. Oh, look at that, though.
Well, I was going to say, you got to watch out for this high-performance kid. He'll surprise you, but no surprises here as A.J. Frost is taking it to this youngster.
Frost, veteran instincts kicking in there, really has just automatically, or I should say immediately, taking advantage of some missteps there by HP and not staying on the man. Now driving in there with that elbow and forcing himself across the throat. Look at that, just choking the man, Michael.
21-year veteran A.J. Frost is going to use all of his experience. Oh, with the boot right across the face against this young upstart, HP High Performance, who's only been at it for a couple of years now, and he's had some up and down success against Tim Hunter and several others here, but I don't think he's going to have much success against A.J. Frost, who looks to be reinvigorated with big business James McCone by his side. Let's hope that big business doesn't stick his nose in this matchup, and at the rate things are going, it doesn't look like A.J. Frost is going to need the help of James, but he whips him across. Here we go.
Builds up a head of steam. Look at that. HP gets out of the way, though. Boot to the midsection. And wow, Enziguri right to the side of the head of Frost. HP's got to get in there, but he's a little bit too worn down to try and make the immediate cover.
He may be undersized and smaller than most people, but, well, when you get right to the eyes, it doesn't matter how big you are. As A.J. Frost just drapes him over this middle rope and just stands on his neck there.
Come on, ref, get in there and help the man.
Referee Matt Jackson getting him off.
This?
Here we go, McCone just talking to him here. Whoa, holy Christ. He
took a big swing at McCone there, but look at that.
He got out of the way at the last second, but it was enough of a distraction for A.J. Frost to connect and get the 3 count here. Redbeard, what a combination this force could be. A.J. Frost and big business James McCone. Could we be seeing the reformation of the big business army here in NAWA?
It's definitely more than high performance could vouch for there, as we see Frost celebrating that victory with McCone now in the center of the ring.
Referee Matt Jackson being pushed aside so James McCone could raise the hand of his new client. A.J. Frost, look at him putting the boots.
Come on now.
Referee's got to stop that. But match is over, and A.J. Frost and James McCone, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, what a combination. I never thought I'd see him back here, Redbeard.
I never thought so either. These are two faces that we've seen around before, but now that they're combined, I think they just put the rest of the NAWA roster on notice, Michael. My goodness.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget about that huge main event coming up later on in the show. Tag team titles on the line. AWOL, the defending champions, taking on the #1 contenders, Lazarus Black and Ryan Manis, the Black Society. That's your main event on NAWA Championship Wrestling this week. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break.
Woo, Master, this is professional wrestler Jimmy Valiant. Handsome Jimmy, the Boogie Woogie Man. I'm telling my people, my brothers and sisters, yours truly loves you all. Now, hey, y'all, I have a wrestling camp in Charlottesville, Virginia. It's called BWC, Boogie's Wrestling Camp, Hall of Fame Museum. Come if you want to be a professional wrestler, valet, or a referee, or a timekeeper. Put up the ring, brother. Anything. We'll teach you all. Do interviews. Do it all right here at BWC.
For more information on Boogie's Wrestling Camp Hall of Fame Museum, visit jimmyvaliant.weebly.com. Oh, yeah!
Hey, you. Are you a professional wrestling fan? Check out the High Spots Wrestling Network. Hours and hours of the best pro wrestling on the planet. Streaming on your phone, tablet, PC, and available on Roku. Thousands of videos, all the top indie promotions. So what are you waiting for, champ? Head over to www.highspotswrestlingnetwork.com and check it out today. #HSWN. It's the best $9.99 in the biz.
All right, folks, I'm standing here with Black Society. They got that big tag team match against AWOL coming up. No words? No? Not sure?
I got some words for you. I'm going to tell you right now, the thing that you need to understand, AWOL, is that whole intimidation and toughness tactic. You can come in wearing all the scary Halloween masks and all the military tactical gear and all the Army surplus pants that you want. The fact is, we have come in here, we have broken ourselves, we have beaten ourselves, we have learned, we have grown, we've become better, while you have just sat around being content with who you are. And now you are about to pay the consequences for your inactions.
I mean,
Not much to add.
I don't think I can add anything more to that, especially not volume.
Well, let's just go down the ring.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you just heard from the #1 contenders, the Black Society. They're going to be taking on AWOL for the tag team titles here in this week's main event. That's coming up later, but right now we got singles action as Chris Thunder Anderson makes his way down to the ring. One half of the former tag team champions with Adam James. And we're still trying to figure out that mystery. Months ago, he was laid out in the locker room, Redbeard, and we still have not gotten any answers as to who did that, why they did that, and Thunder still can't remember what he saw or how it happened. He just knows he woke up on the floor, and a lot of people accused Adam James, but when they won those tag team titles together, they're still kind of buddy-buddy, so we're still trying to get answers to that. But Chris Thunder Anderson here in singles competition, he's going to be taking on one of your favorites, Redbeard. Good old Strokin Tim Hunter on the program.
Strokin Tim Hunter making his way to the ring here, formerly one half of the Toe Hunter tag team, as we called him at one point there. Now Strokin Tim Hunter.
Whoa, look at him. He's stroking it, Redbeard. He's stroking it. Yeah. Tim Hunter stroking. Tim Hunter, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, hopefully there's some lubricant involved here at some point in time. But there you see.
Whoa, look, he's doing it again. He's stroking. Yeah.
Now that the crowd is all sufficiently stroked, I guess you could say, here in the NAWA arena as we get ready to get underway here with this matchup between two, I'd say, big personalities here in the NAWA roster. As you've already documented, Strokin Tim Hunter here taking a big challenge in the form of Chris Thunder Anderson here. Thunder is just a really impressive big man here. Been around NAWA for quite some time.
I thought you called him Craig all the time.
Well, I did, but I'm trying to lay off the sauce here so I can hopefully learn everybody's names properly in NAWA. And as we said before, I knew someone, former competitor, who had a nickname of Thunder.
Well,
totally different person, though.
We're 157 episodes deep into this. You ought to know these names by now.
Well, I know who they are. It's just, when you're, as we've documented, as we've had a little bit of the sauce here, sometimes things go the way they do. But we're going to be on the straight and narrow here. We've got a great matchup here to call for you between Thunder and Strokin. And now we've got a matchup that's underway, collar and elbow tie. And there you see the big man, Thunder, forcing him right into the corner.
As I said, 157 episodes into this. We're still going strong and counting, ladies and gentlemen. The longest running weekly television episodic show in the Carolinas, NAWA Championship Wrestling. We're happy that you joined us and you're watching. We hope you continue to join us each and every Saturday at noon for an exciting episode just like the one you're watching right now. And Redbeard, if they want to find out the other 156 episodes, where can they go?
They need to follow us on our social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. That way you'll be notified whenever fresh content has been added to the channel, including not only brand new episodes of NAWA, but we also occasionally upload classic content as well.
Well, here we go. Oh, look at that knee right to the gut. Stroking Tim Hunter smartly, trying to take advantage of Chris Thunder Anderson here. He's got to take advantage of any angle he can here.
Well,
Big knocked him off his feet.
Well, as you were saying that, Michael, I was going to add, we've got two men in here who in their past have been very willing to take advantage of whatever means they can in order to win. Anderson has, of course, been up and down the roads. Look at that.
Poked him right now, and I was just about to say, Thunder Anderson has changed his ways, trying to turn over a new leaf, but It doesn't look like it, Redbeard.
I don't think so. Tiger doesn't change his stripes very often there, Michael. But as we see here now, Anderson's got him locked in with that arm bar. Strokin, though, gets over into the ropes. Referee's calling for a break. But look at that, Thunder taking advantage of that 5 count. Just holds on to him.
Lost control there, but now he goes right into that side headlock. Trying to just pop the head of Tim Hunter right off of his shoulders. If anybody could do it, I bet Thunder Anderson could do it.
Now you see the massive arms and shoulders of Anderson. He is a true beefcake here. Now muscles over Tim Hunter onto the mat, got him locked down there. But look at that, Hunter being able to sort of get his legs over into a head scissors and just pounding away at the midsection of Thunder. Got him back up, got him back up to the vertical base, chops his throat. My goodness.
That'll cut your windpipe off real quick.
Absolutely.
Another big back elbow there, taking the big man down. And Tim Hunter is in charge of this matchup, ladies and gentlemen.
You see, look at that, though. As we say that, Anderson suddenly gets back into control, delivering a series of right hands, peppering him with those blows, and now he's got him up.
He's going to set him up for that big brain buster.
Oh, wow.
Just a big suplex there.
Still major impact there, stroking Tim Hunter down. Only a 2 count, though, says the referee.
And Chris Thunder Anderson, he's used to being in a tag team, but he's been on a kind of a roll here in singles competition. He's defeating AWOL #1 and several others, Bootleg Jack, Bootleg Dave, whatever his name is. Oh, here we go. We've seen him put away and hurt people, and he just stomped that elbow of Tim Hunter, ladies and gentlemen.
It's an easy way to break an arm there. My goodness, or severely damage a wrist, but look at that.
Big double elbow right in the wet row there. Tim Hunter is barely on his feet, and there he goes. He's off of him with the shove.
He had him on Dream Street there, and now in for a cover is Anderson. Oh, but look, still smart enough to get a boot onto the bottom rope, breaking that cover.
Tim Hunter is smart as an oxymoron, but great ring awareness. And I don't know what you're saying all for. What did he do?
I think you saw as well as I did, Michael. Referee didn't see it clearly.
Referee Darius did not catch the drift of that right there, all full view of it, but he's seeing him just choking him right over the top, that middle rope there.
Now finally able to get the man off of him, choking him there across that rope, using the ring as a weapon. My goodness. And we said these two were a couple of old villains, but my goodness, Hunter really showing himself to be still in that category of human being. Anderson, as we said, may have turned over a bit of a new leaf. Still a little bit willing to get into those villainous tactics, but still, look at that. Oh, wow. Just major power play there.
Yeah, just a big avalanche, and goes down face first to Strokin Tim Hunter. Here we go, winding up. Big elbow right across the chest. Could that be it? 1, 2, no.
200-plus pounds came crashing there across Tim Hunter, but still able to get a shoulder up.
And Thunder Anderson is really doing everything he's got to do to put Tim Hunter away. And here we go, ducks the clothesline, ducks the back elbow. Oh, big spine buster. That's got to be it, ladies and gentlemen. 1, 2, 3, and he stroked it all the way home. Tim Hunter is laid out, ladies and gentlemen.
Looks as though he might have had a stroke in the ring there, but as you see, Anderson celebrating that big victory.
Evil, mean, and nasty Chris Thunder Anderson here with the victory this week on NAWA Championship Wrestling, ladies and gentlemen, and stroking Tim Hunter laid out cold by that spine buster. But don't go anywhere, because we've got a huge main event this week. It's for the NAWA Tag Team Championships, as defending champions AWOL are going to be putting them on the line against the #1 contenders, the Black Society Redbeards. That's exciting, huge main event coming up.
Major League contest featuring 2 tremendous tag teams right up for you after these commercial breaks. The Carolinas have long been heralded as the origin of greatness in the realm of professional wrestling. Men, women, and promotions now considered to be legendary in their scope of influence on the future of professional wrestling began here in the region we call home. It is in this tradition of greatness that the Carolinas Professional Wrestling Awards will carry on in celebrating the achievements of talent working in the region. Join us at the official Facebook group page of the CPWAs as we continue to celebrate pro wrestling in the Carolinas.
Don't give up. Don't give up. Fight forever. Don't give up. Fight forever. Don't give up. Fight forever. Fight forever and ever and ever and ever.
Take a trip into the mind of the meeting, a brand new podcast featuring former WWE and ECW star, The Blue Meanie. We'll cover wrestling, music, movies, sports, and lots of useless knowledge, all contained in the mind of the meeting. Subscribe now and follow us on social media at Mind of the Meeting.
The apprentice has come to share my destiny, to fulfill what I have not done, to come after you. Little Donnie, the apprentice is here.
Here we go, folks. Your main event is on deck right now. An NAWA Tag Team Championship match featuring these two men on the way to the ring right now. Physically imposing is one way of describing them for sure. AWOL, our reigning, defending NAWA Tag Team Champions, going to be taking on Lazarus Black and Ryan Mantis in the form of the Black Society.
Well, AWOL are two big, bad, mean dudes, and they are not to be messed with. As you see, they've carried around the gold. They've held on to it for a while. They've been running roughshod over anybody and everybody that gets in their way since they won the NAWA Tag Team titles. These are men, ladies and gentlemen. These are not boys. I mean, look at the size of these guys, and just no telling what they look like under those masks. I don't even know if I'd want to know.
Well, they're scary enough with the masks on. You can imagine what they would be if they took those things off, but my goodness, we won't even consider that at this point in time.
They defeated Adam James and the man you saw in the previous contest, Chris Thunder Anderson, for those NAWA Tag Team titles, and they've been on a roll, Redbeard. They've defeated the team of Mickey Fulp and Michael Spencer. Several teams, they've just been on a roll here in NAWA, but here comes a team that's been on the rise here, and that's the Black Society of Ryan Mantis and Lazarus Black, known for giving out free hugs and tough love, but they're going to have to give out more than that this week in the main event if they want to walk out with the Tag Team Championships, Redbeard.
They're going to need to be able to dish out some violence for sure if they have any hope of taking away the NAWA Tag Team Championship from AWOL. Again, just a really imposing set of men there, but they're going to have their hands full, I believe, with the Black Society because they're a wily, young set of men here who are ready for competition and ready to earn those titles, I believe, Michael.
Well, the Black Society's been on a roll themselves since losing. They actually have faced AWOL previously here on NAWA Championship Wrestling in a losing effort in the Buddy Shane Memorial Tag Team Tournament when the tag titles were on the line. They gave it everything they had in their first meeting with AWOL, but came up just a little bit short. And since then, they've been on a roll. They defeated the Disciples of Chaos on the New Year's Knockout special episode, which you missed, by the way, passed out drunk. And they became the #1 contenders again. And here we are. Destiny has arrived for the Black Society. Can they do the unthinkable and win the Tag Team Championships?
When you're gifted with excellent libations for a certain occasion, you can't help but enjoy it. What can I say? Glad to be back here calling the matches alongside my broadcast partner, Michael Elliott, again, and Redbeard. Folks, we're glad to have you with us on the show here. As we said before, if you've not followed us on social media, please pick us up on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Catch up on all the great matches that we have for you on there. 150-plus episodes now, Michael, we've been doing this.
It's been a long time. It's been a great time, and we look to continue to do that for as long as possible, ladies and gentlemen, as long as you'll keep watching. But I saw the Black Society playing rock, paper, scissors as if neither one of them wanted to start this contest off against AWOL, but Lazarus Black drawing the short stick here is he's in there with, I'm just going to call him AWOL #1. I can't distinguish the differences in 1 and 2. And they've taken advantage of that over the last several months. Big arm drag. Very Ricky Steamboat-ish looking there for Lazarus Black.
But that is one of the big advantages they have, Michael. They're two huge men who are nearly identical, and so often it just confuses their competitors in not being able to determine who's who.
Yeah, they like to play the old switcheroo game, as we've seen in the past. It's helped them hold on to those tag team titles. But, Redbeard, you got to wonder, these two guys are, we said big, bad dudes. They don't really need to do that, but they do it anyway because they can.
Strategic advantage and top of being physically imposing, that just makes them look nearly unbeatable here as a tag team. Lazarus Black finds himself in a very bad way here almost immediately. We saw him get turned inside out there a moment ago by that clothesline, and now we might as well just go ahead and say AWOL number 2 in charge of the man. But look at that, Black able to get a knee into him, tags in his partner there. Here comes Ryan Manis, my goodness, he's in here with the House of Fire delivering some right hands.
He's got to shoot him off here. He's full of fire and energy here. He's a fresh man, but no longer as that back elbow connects right into the mush.
One blow, you saw that one blow connected, and it was enough to derail Ryan Manis. Oh, wow, a hard punch.
Yeah, Ryan Manis is no small man. He is a big, big boy. So that just goes to show the power of these AWOL individuals here.
Really taking advantage of the opportunity there, putting the set of shoulders into the gut there of Ryan Manis, and now takes him over with that with that reverse chin lock there.
And Ryan Manis has got to make the tag. Even though Lazarus Black is reaching, he can't make the tag there. AWOL trying to draw him in, dragging Lazarus Black in the ring. They got to realize they're doing more harm to their partner than trying to come in and help him there. They shoot him off with a big double back elbow there. And it looks like AWOL, ladies and gentlemen, is just going to cruise to a victory here over the Black Society in your main event this week.
You have to applaud Lazarus Black. He's doing everything he can to reach out for his man. Fingertips away, but just cannot get to him.
Well, they've got him in the dead center of the ring, and now just laying this knee right across the throat behind the referee. Well, right in front of the referee, he just doesn't see it.
AWOL, whatever number he is, taking full advantage of the referee's count there, applying that chokehold. Now Ryan Manis trying to get back in there, but still just isolated in that corner. Can't do anything. Oh, wow. Goes over and just plain old paintbrushes Lazarus Black there. And now look at this, taking full advantage of that isolated corner there. Mantis is in a bad way, Michael.
And the strategy of the AWOL is really taking in a full effect here, continuously just cutting the ring in half, distracting the partner on the apron while damage is done behind the referee's back. A big sunset flip. Ryan Manis is going to get him over.
Got him pulled down there, 2.
Only good enough for a 2 count, but Ryan Manis with a little momentum there. And right back to it goes AWOL. Number 1 is what I'm going to call him, as they just continue to keep him in that corner of the ring and just working over the big man. The deranged behemoth Ryan Manis is in some serious trouble. He has got to get to his partner at some point. Rope reverses, swinging neck breaker there. Both men go down. He's right there. He makes the tag finally.
Brings in Lazarus Black, and now we're going to see the tides turn here, I believe, Michael.
Now we're going to see some double team out of the Black Society here. Referee's got to get control of this matchup. Here we go. Big forearms and chops in the corner. Knee to the midsection. Lazarus Black taking it to him. Big clothesline.
Mantis was loading him up there, but look at this. Black back in for the cover. 2 count only. That big behemoth there in the AWOL team. Oh, look at this now. Both men in the ring at the same time in AWOL.
They could easily just switch out behind the referee's back here. Here he goes, shoots him off. Big double flapjack. Oh, wow. And Lazarus Black is laid out flat here. Is that even the legal member of AWOL in the ring? 3, and we've still got the tag team champions AWOL with the victory here. Little shady of a win there, Redbeard.
An incredulous finish there, as we've said. Those 2 men are identical in the ring. Referee, I think ourselves were even confused as to who was legal at one point.
I honestly couldn't tell you if that was a legal member of AWOL or not, but it does not matter now. The 3 count has been counted, and the tag team gold going back with AWOL, as the Black Society has got to wonder what they've got to do to reach the mountaintop here in NAWA Championship Wrestling, at least the tag team ladder. as they're laid out in the ring. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's all the time we got this week on the program. Join us next week as Adam James will defend the TV title against Mike Maughan. So long for now, ladies and gentlemen.